Hey y'all, Texas Lizard here. I am blessed and lucky enough to be fishing with Mrs. Lizard today.
Hi.
The last time she was able to fish with me was last July, almost a damn year ago, which is a shame. My folks were able to come visit. It's the first time that we've seen them since November. So, man, happy to be out here with her. It's a beautiful day. She's already got one on a whopper plopper. It was one of her first few casts while it was still dark out. So now that the sun's up enough to get some light for the camera and able to start recording. So didn't get her fish on camera, but it was just a little over 13 inches. Tons of dinks at this lake. We always get dinks here. Flukes and wacky rigs work real well, and top water in the morning. So let's see how bad she slaughters me today. First bite, it missed it. Probably a super dink. Let's see if we can run it over the same place and entice another bite. Copy the retrieve style. A couple of short ones followed by some quick ones. Nope, not this time. I was a little tardy on that hit. I wasn't sure that he had it, and that's why I waited. Two theories on frog fishing. One is to wait a second or two to make sure they have it. And the second is to set right away to make sure they don't spit it out. But I don't think they're hitting real hard today. I think if I were to have any luck on top of it would be on trebles, but I was way back in that pocket in that slop over there. So we're going to see if we can get that one to hit it again. That's right, we hit it right there. Pop, pop. Nothing beats the sound of a frog blow up though, am I right? Oh yeah, that's not bad. That's my first Tokyo rig fish. I didn't even know I had it. I just felt weight. He must have gobbled that up. He got it good. Whew. Right against the reeds. That's why the Tokyo rig works. That's where it works, and that's why it works. That's a 14-inch fish, 14 1/4. Stop trying to swallow it. Oh no, God, no, you made it worse. You son of a bitch. Don't do that. Oh God, he's actively trying to swallow it as I'm trying to rip it out. I'm not trying to steal your meal, dude. I'm trying to save your life. Alright, this is going to be a battle. I gotta give you a drink. There we go. I gotcha. Oh, that was tough. Alright. He's gonna live though. He's gonna live. We'll get him a drink. I'm gonna throw him on the board, even though I had him hooked in the gut a little bit. He's gonna be okay. Oh, what a pretty fish. Hey, 14 1/4. Look at that. Right on. Oh my. Some beautiful color on this fish. Oh, you're beautiful. All right. I won't keep you any longer. There you go. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, you were just kicking. You'll be fine. All right. I gotta help him. I gotta help him. God, that fish is gorgeous. Come on, please live. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. I don't know, guys. I think that's all we can do. That one may not make it. Sometimes it happens, right? Missed a bite because I was trying to turn on my graph. I need to fix my connectors for my battery. Every once in a while it turns itself off, or it becomes disconnected. So I took my left hand off the reel to do that, and I started getting bit, and I didn't want to try to set the hook without my hand on the reel. And that, people, is why you always make sure that your rod tip is not tangling with your other rods behind you, because that one is going to be pretty much impossible to do anything with. So this rod is shot for today. Weightless craw, nice fish. The Berkeley Havoc. I think I might have even gone 2-aught on that. It's light wire. A little skinny. He feels dense though. That's funny. Even though a 14.5-inch fish. He looks skinny, but he feels heavy. That's so funny. Must have just eaten a frickin' lead sinker or something, or tungsten sinker rather. He's 15 actually. Got a 15-inch fish. It might be the first one over 15 I've caught here. I think I caught one other 15. I'd say he's about 1.5 pounds. I'd like to say bigger, but he's skinny. Yeah, not even that. 1.4, a little shy. Alright. Thanks, dude. Nice catch. That was a smart spot. So I'll tell you about this catch once I get this guy off the hook here. He didn't get all of it. That's why I got the net out. I was going to flip him, and then I saw how lightly he was hooked. And if he thrashed as I tried to flip him or reach for him, he'd have gotten off for sure. It's probably the heaviest fish I've caught here. That's 15.25. It's maybe, I don't know, 1.75 pounds. Beautiful fish. Alright, he's starting to dry out. Let's get him back. Whee! Alright, let me tell you a little bit more about that catch. Exactly why I wanted to throw it where I did. So there's these pillars here that drop in at the front side of the pillars is close to 10 feet deep. The front side of it is about 10, and it slopes off pretty quick. So there's the shadow, the shade from the pillar, and I'm throwing right in front of the pillar, and then I'm throwing right against the reeds where the shade from the pillar meets the reeds. And where the shade met the reeds is where that one hit. Finally one under keeper size. Tokyo rig is getting it done next to the reeds. He's small boy. He's 13.5 maybe. I don't know. He's 13 at least. Alright, so the plastic that's getting done right now, that's getting my bites, is this rage tail. This is the structure bug in California craw. I've been rigging the light side of it down, the one that looks more like a watermelon red, and then the black and red up. I don't know, how do y'all rig them? If you have a preference, I'm not sure if it matters, but my theory is that the crawfish is going to have the lighter side on its belly, and then the shell on the back is going to be a little bit darker. So I've never officially heard if there's a right or wrong way to do it, but that's the way I do it. So, for never having caught a fish on a Tokyo rig before, having a pretty decent day. And I know the trick is not to hook too much into the front half of your bait when you're Texas rigging it, because otherwise it impedes the swivel action and it won't swivel as freely as you want it to. Alright, so last time I was here, every time I saw a little clearing like this, I caught a fish. See this little pocket right there? Whoa! Aerialist. What a crazy flapper. Find the shade, find the bass. Ooh, man, he's pretty. He has a pretty bronze color on him. What a beautiful fish. I love the fish in here. They may not all be big, but they're beautiful. There's another 14.25 at best. £1.33. Wait! He wasn't ready to say goodbye. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope this one didn't swallow it. Oh, he came off. He definitely did not swallow it. That might have been a 14-incher. Smallest of the day. Yep. They're right where they're supposed to be right now. They're in shade right next to structure. Yeah, this guy is not even 13. He's 12 and a half if he's lucky. Release him upside down and confuse the hell out of him. You want to start using my Tokyo rod? Why don't you? There's a couple of spots over here where I guarantee you there will be a fish. And this is definitely catching them right now. It's a left-hand retrieve though. This is the flipping setup that I specifically went left-handed so that I could flip quickly, you know? And I needed it there because it hit, that fish hit right as this hit the bottom. That cast was right there. So, hits the bottom, let it sit for a second. They've been hitting it pretty much right away. So keep the line pretty tight, and then just flop it a little bit, you know, just so the line goes loose. Tighten it up, loosen it, tighten, loosen. That makes that swivel, that makes that cross swivel on there. So just jig it like that. And, you know, you can drag it a little bit and try again, unless you get hung up on stuff, which you will. But, you know, experiment with the different, you know, how fast you jig it. You know, sometimes it's just a little like that, and sometimes it's hopping pretty good like that. But they're, you know, you don't really need that long of a retrieve. You know, you don't need to drag it and go and shake and drag it and shake, because they're right up against the structure. So, you know, if you have a good cast, that's where they'll be, and you don't need to try to work it all the way back to the boat or anything. There you go. So, you know, you can get it down about to, you know, reel length, flip it like that. But, you know, you sitting down, you don't get much leverage on it. So that's why I've just kind of been going real, you know, real gentle like. Make sure, you know, your thumb is on it the entire time. Here, watch my thumb spooling. You know, just keep light pressure on it the whole time. Like this. That way it doesn't, you weren't watching my thumb, you were watching the lure. Yeah. But yeah, keep the constant pressure just like that. And then once it hits the water, then you can let it go and let the, you know, let the spool. Yeah. It could have been a twig. Set that back there. All right, when you set the hook on this, you got to set it hard and you got to crank them real fast, okay? Don't play with them, just get them to the boat. Yeah, so what you'll do is just flip it right up next to cover. I'll show you exactly where you should be. If you want to make a couple of practice casts, the spool is really loose on it, so you're going to have to thumb the spool a lot. I've got it set that loose because you need it to fall fast and fall straight down. So if the spool's tight, it's going to fall slightly towards you, but if the spool's loose, it'll fall straight down because the spool will be able to drag out. So, you know, just, you know, practice flipping it into the grass. Yeah, you're going to have to make farther casts than that. If you're that close, this water's so clear, those fish will see you. They'll be gone. Did you throw it in? Oh, okay. I was coming to get it on video. I went all that way for fucking nothing. God damn it.
You left my craw.
Huh? On your craw?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're biting. Craws on the reeds, right?
Yeah, but the problem is that when I was doing it over there was so much of that fucking grass crap.
Yeah.
That it would just sit on top of it and it wouldn't.
Yeah. That's what's great about the Tokyo rig, is it pulls it below the grass.
Yeah, that's the problem I was having with that and the glue.
Yeah.
It would sit on top.
Yeah, the fluke is more for right outside the grass line, or you know, you watch me do it back in that cove, where you just pull it over where there's a pocket, and just let it fall into the pocket, and then just give it tiny twitches, and I mean tiny. It's like this. Oh, sorry. The twitches are like.
Wow. Yeah, I wasn't even.
No leverage right up against the tails. Sometimes it happens. Boy, I ripped up his lip good. Whew. Sorry, little one. If you were bigger, that wouldn't hurt so much. Do some growing, bub. Whew, that's 8 on the day. It is getting windy. It's getting late. It's 11:15. It's getting hot. Wind is annoying because it keeps pushing me into the stuff, but it also keeps it from being unbearable temperature-wise. But might be done real soon. All right, I think this is the last one. I said, all right, I think this is the last one. Last fish. Number 9 in the boat. Lost several, missed several. 13 incher, probably just shy, 12 3/4. We'll see if I can cup the microphone and avoid some of the wind turbulence on the microphone. So we been fishing for about 6 hours, and I caught 8 in the boat. I missed several others. One came off right at the boat, but a lot of the ones that I missed were right up against the reeds, and I just didn't have the leverage on them. Couldn't pull them through. You know, I'm using a flipping stick. It's a 7.6 mag heavy ultra fast, I believe. So, you know, and I'm using an 8 1-to-1. So that's as good as I can do, as quick as I can possibly yank them up out of there. But you can only do so much sometimes. So those are the ones that you kind of have to account for. It's gonna happen. But they're probably all small ones too. My wife caught 5. She missed a few also, but all in all, man, it's nice to be out here. Had the lake to ourselves. You know, doesn't get any better than that.